Welcome again. This is part 2 of an introduction to the Deepwater Business Ethics Simulation game. And this gives existing instructors an overview of the additions, the improvements, and the changes that have been made to Deepwater in the last few months. And all these have been rolled out, will be rolled out in early August 2015. In part 1, we looked at the dashboard, some of the differences there, talked about the configuration tab, and we also talked about the notifications tab. So here in part 2, we're going to talk about the students and teams tab, and this is basically the same. There haven't been a whole lot of changes here. On the left hand side, you'll see the column of students who are registered. It indicates whether they've paid or not. In the middle are the students that have registered and paid but haven't yet been assigned to a company, assigned to a rig, and so that needs to be done in order for them to participate in the game. And on the right are the existing teams. One significant difference here is that you as the instructor have the ability to change the team names if you would like. If you think there's something wrong with the name or it's unacceptable, you can change that. Teams themselves can change their team names at any point. Okay, and that really is all that's new on the Students and Teams tab. Let's go to the Calendar and Rounds tab, which is new in a number of important respects. This tab was always here. This is always has always been the grid used to set up your rounds, their deadline, the ethical challenges, the rig equipment condition indicator, whether to show or hide that, and the cap and floor on maintenance and safety spending. So this is the basic configuration. Here's where you essentially configure the details of a simulation game. Now, most of the changes have to do with the ethical challenges, and there have been quite a few changes here. So let's just let me just show you how you select an ethical challenge now. So in round 6, there's no ethical challenge yet. That round has not opened, so it's possible to assign a ethical challenge to it. So we just click on Change, and you'll see a list of challenges. This list may look pretty familiar. So let's just pick one of the challenges. Let's just pick the release crude oil assay challenge, and that is a simple yes or no response from students. Now there's a hint. This gives you a little more information about the challenge. This gives you some guidance into teaching notes that may be available for that challenge, and also will point out teaching notes that talk about ethical challenges in general. So you click OK, and you've assigned that challenge. Now you'll notice we have use announcements here and a checkbox on or off. So when you assign a challenge, along with that challenge is a canned announcement, a canned alert that goes out to students, and it tells them about the challenge, and it also sends to them, automatically sends to them, the supporting documents they need to understand that challenge and to be able to decide how to answer it. So this is what this gives you an idea of what's sent in the announcement for that challenge. It is sent automatically. That challenge description and the memos or emails or other documents that support that challenge will be sent automatically at the correct time if you leave the use announcement box checked. If you'd prefer to send out announcements on your own schedule, or different announcements, different files, you simply uncheck that box, and no announcement will go out to students. They'll not be alerted about the ethical challenge. So the big difference here is that the ethical challenges take care of themselves to a certain extent. Once you assign an ethical challenge to a round, the information needs to go to the students for them to answer that challenge happens automatically, or it can happen automatically if you decide to use the announcements that are set up for that. And again, by clicking on View, you can review what actually goes out to students. they will see these announcements in their announcement tab when they log on to Deepwater, and the announcements are also sent to them as email alerts, so they will get both of those. Okay, that's really one of the most significant changes for Deepwater, actually. All right, that's the calendar and rounds tab. I'm going to stop here, count this as part 2 of the overview of the new version of Deepwater for existing instructors. Okay, stay tuned for part 3. Thank you.